Here I am with another video. I want to talk today, of course, about targeted individuals, but not just as in gang stalking. I want to talk a little bit more about what a targeted individual is. Well, since my last video, I've been doing a little research on different things. I started thinking about the topic and the fact that I haven't made a video because I want to give you new content. I didn't want to just focus on being gang stalked. I want to give you a little update of things that I've been noticing while I'm outside. And yes, I'm a little tired. My throat is dry. I might sound like I'm talking in slow motion. I apologize if it comes out that way. But I want to make this video tonight for the simple fact that tomorrow I may not feel the same way. Alright, so the very first thing I want to update you on is the fact that I don't know if it's just I'm using my intuition better. Is God helping me? The universe? God of the universe? I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just doing it myself. But if I experience something outside, okay? For example, somebody, lingering around me or whatever, it just doesn't stay with me. A small example, I'm in a store and I see a woman. She might be security for the store, okay, because that's my mindset. So then I go to another area of this department store and I see her again. And what I notice is that she always looks really busy, different than any shopper. And they're really busy in what she's looking at, as if she can't really tell whether it's a shirt or pants. So if I'm somewhere else, I just kind of glance at her. It's kind of like I don't know what it is about me, just goes that way. And then I look away and I go about my business. And then I'm in a different area of the department store. And then I would see this woman again, and I'll say, if I see this woman one more time, and I say it loud enough for her to hear me, and then I don't see her anymore. But the first two times that I might notice her, as soon as I walk away from her, I completely forget about her. Compared to in the past, where I would be like looking for her to see if she is noticing me. No matter what is going on around me that seemed like what I just explained, suspicious, I walk around every day with my focus on me, my next project. Like I'm working on a project now. What I want to work on, what I want to improve on, what I want to add on, what else I want to do, what new project I want to do, because I'm not getting attached to any situation. Okay, and I also don't get attached to people. For example, I might meet somebody and I might talk to them and I like them, but the next day after they're gone, I'm like, oh snap, I forgot about this person. But it's not so much, some of you can't relate to what I'm saying, but some of you can. I am, I used to think about people a lot. I'm very sentimental. Okay, so now the difference is I'm trying to give you, I'm trying to paint a clear picture without giving you too many boring details. But, for example, I was around somebody for like a week, okay? And I really dug that person. I thought that person was cool and it was nice and sweet. And then 2 days after the person was gone, somebody mentioned her. And I was like, oh, snap. She was... The reason why I noticed that I wasn't even thinking about her, because how I would react to people that I like maybe I would get more attached emotionally, mentally, somehow, than compared to now. And that has happened more than once. I'm sorry, I'm so tired that I gotta find my voice. Okay. So now, some more updates. So I got this thing. I go to the machines and play. Right, they're around here everywhere. And I'll go to a machine and play some $10, whatever. I think I spoke about it in a video. And I'll notice, like, it's always a female. It's always been a female that I've noticed. And she's usually, I don't know, I'm not going to use any judgmental terms. Okay, so it would be a white woman that okay, wait, let me find a decent way to describe her. But she would stand out in that in the area that we live in. Like, not everyone around here looks the same, okay? But I've been in this area for since 2013, and it so happened that this person doesn't even look like they got money to be putting on a machine. They would just look nasty, and they'll come in and play, or there would be somebody sitting next to me that smells like strongly like alcohol, a female, and then they always want to talk to me. So I'm saying, are these tests that are being sent by the universe to see how I'm going to react or how I'm going to think about it, or these people that are really coming in to distract me? The reason why I'm smiling is but because they have no effect on me anymore, not internally like they're used to. All right, so pay attention to those kind of people around you, but not too much attention to them, because I'm going into this. All right, what I was saying earlier about my focus going into me. It is so wonderful to not give my energy to all these negative things that are and people that were around me. I don't even have control anymore. Even if I notice somebody and I'm like, whatever. 2 seconds later, I'm no longer thinking about that person. But it's not just that I'm not thinking about that person. I'm thinking about my next project. What else I want to do? What else I want to learn? What else I should go home and do, because I like being around my stuff, my personal stuff, my house, my stuff, my clothes, my dresser, my desk, my computer. I like being around my stuff. And so that's wonderful news that I'm no longer giving my energy to things that don't concern me, don't serve me, don't do nothing for me. They go and it's almost feel like I said, like I have no control of it, like somebody else took over, and it's like, oh, this is the where we're going. So now let's talk a little bit about a targeted individual in a general sense. Okay, a targeted individual is not just the person that's being gang stalked. Okay, it is anybody that is being targeted in any capacity. For example, if you are, you're having problems at school and you're being picked on, all right, at work. You're too smart, or you stand out like a sore thumb because you're the best and hardest worker and you're the smartest, and they're jealous of you. Or a family member that sees that you have money. And that's the thing I always want to mention in all of my videos, because we're so blind to the people that we choose to trust. And a lot of those people are family members. Okay, and remember, the people closest to you, they're the ones that know everything about you and can hurt you the most. All right, so I know that there's people that don't trust their intuition, they don't trust their own decisions, and they have to ask other people their opinions so that they can make a choice or make a decision or something like that. Be careful who you're trusting. I don't care how this person is related to you. I don't care how long you know this person. Now, I am not talking to the people who are prescribed medication, and sometimes they get the idea that they shouldn't take their medicine, and that somebody who's caring for them is poisoning them. I am not talking to you. Take your medication as prescribed as you've been taking it. Okay, I'm in no position to tell anybody anything about medication, so I'm not talking about that. Okay, so let's just get that one clear. I am talking about those of you who don't trust, like I said, don't trust your own decisions, and want to be careful who you ask. And if you have any inclination that that person might be giving you bad advice that can affect you, and you notice it affecting you, and then we ask questions and opinions of people that will make you think that someone else is doing something to you, when in fact they're the ones who are doing something to you. See, all this can get you in such a negative mindset, because you start second guessing yourself, and when things don't turn out good, you're like, oh, because I didn't do it right, and you start judging yourself. And like me in my situation, you guys know my story if you watch my videos. What happened to me in the past, because I was second guessing myself and I was doubting my intuition. Briefly, really quickly, I was living a boring life with somebody for a long time, right? So when I moved here, I was like open. I'm like, I'm gonna do everything different. I'm gonna and I was noticing that somebody was around me, and I didn't trust this person. I didn't trust this person in any way, shape, or form. But I was telling myself that it's just me being negative. But there were a lot of reasons for me not to trust this person, and I'm not going to list them, but there were a lot of reasons for me to feel that way. Okay, and one of those, the main reason is that I never met anybody that was like psychopathic, no remorse, no empathy, no, like their stories is like they made me go like, huh? Like a dog when they don't know what you're saying, you know? And they were different than me. I could tell they were different than a lot of people that I had closely interacted with. They didn't react to things the way most people do. It was like everything was practical to them, and I never met. Listen, I have forgiven myself. Okay, so you guys learn to forgive yourself. I have forgiven myself for doubting my intuition, for doubting myself in a big way. I never took advice from people. I trust myself when I make certain decisions. Just when I moved here, I was like, if I didn't trust somebody or somebody act funny, I would say that that's the way I look at people. But though these people were really like targeting me, okay, because of my those little loopholes that I had, available to enter. So yeah, so be careful who you're trusting, because anybody could be a target. So now we have in this targeted individual community, we have people that say that you're not being targeted because it's not affecting you the way it's affecting me. Remember, a targeted individual is anybody that a group of people or one person is focused on to cause some type of distress or harm in their lives. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it's the government doing it. It doesn't matter whether you're being targeted just at work or just by your family or just by your significant other, someone who wants to do you harm. It could be a one person, it could be a gang of people. I just want to make the point of a target individual could be anyone that's being targeted by a person. It could be a gangbanger who's being targeted by another gang, okay? Or a person that's being targeted by a gang. It could be, a teacher being targeted by parents. It could be anybody that, things are done to that they deliberately meant to do it. That's a targeted individual, okay? Gang stalking is a whole different situation now. We got a whole community, a whole group of people, a whole stalking one person or a few people. That could be gang stalking. Wherever you turn, like, yo, he's there, he's coming here, whatever. So I know I'm not educating you guys on this, but the reason why I explain gang stalking is because a target individual could be anyone. This is a message that, like, for a week or so now, I just felt like I have to say it on my video because it's for somebody. I don't know who it's for. I don't think like I'm like the readers and I can, channel messages and all that. Maybe I can. But I'm using all that energy for me right now. But I just felt like for days, maybe a week or so or more, I felt like saying this, okay? When I was being, when I talk about witchcraft in another video, right? I was just like, my intuition kept telling me that it's somebody that I would never suspect that would do a thing like that to anyone, okay? And I have somebody close to me, and I trust this person's intuition. We are so connected. It's unbelievable. And the person just kept saying to me, is this person has done something to you, right? And you don't want to believe it, because if you believe it, then you feel like a fool for trusting that person. Two, you feel like a dummy for not believing that anyone is capable of anything. And three is like all the signs were there. That don't doubt that somebody that you love them can be a psychopath and can be doing something behind your back to you, whether it's witchcraft or other things, making you a target. Okay, please take care of yourself. I download now audiobooks. Listen, our job here is to spread a new mindset, a vibration of a new mindset, okay? And you are responsible for you. Don't expect this person that you're married to. I mean, remember when you met him that he was a kind person? He turned into a ugly individual now. Why are you still with him? Don't tell me because of the children. Don't tell me because of the bills. That's because you're afraid. That person brought your confidence so low that you think you can't survive without him or without her. All right, so you convince yourself that if you leave her, she's not going to be in a good situation. But what about you? Do you see what I'm saying? When people switch up on you, like go from one extreme to another, get the hell out of the way. I met somebody and they switched up on me. I was afraid. Like my heart was jumping. Like I think my throat was jumping too. Had a heart palpitation up here. I mean, I know you can feel your pulse, but I'm saying like, I know my head was. And the thing that it rattles your brain and it might send you into an awakening, spiritual awakening, where you have to go through the dark night of the soul, which is not fun, is total confusion. All right, somebody going from being a charming, wonderful, this person, you think you're getting to know him, and when you finally sit down and be like, oh, I'm glad I'm home, this person show you his or her horns and their black eyes, their dead eyes, and you can't think about anything else. That this person is not like you. This person is demonic. This person is a psychopath, right? And then you stay because you bragged about him, you bragged about her, you made up a story in your head about you and her, or you and him, and now you don't want to tell yourself the truth, right? So you stay in this unhealthy environment, and then you blame the other person for your torture. Work on yourself, man, just like I did. And it's so wonderful if you ask God, whatever you believe in, ask the universe, respect your intuition, respect yourself, all right? Respect your decision and your choices. And when you think somebody is a great person, don't let anyone else convince you that that person is not awesome. I've been here for a minute on this planet, and I know that there's only a few wonderful people that you will meet in your lifespan, your lifetime, okay? You're only going to meet a few wonderful people. You're going to meet people that you think are cool. People that you think are cool turn out to be not so cool. You're going to meet people that, people that don't really leave an impression on you. When they're gone, you forget, oh, that dude. And then you're going to meet some wonderful people, and you're going to be like, yo, that person was amazing, and that's very few people in your lifetime. Back then, somebody told me, like, a person was paying someone else to do something to me, like witchcraft. That information didn't help me, okay? That information affected me even more, all right? Because I didn't know what to do about it, because they weren't telling me what to do about it. They're just scaring me. And you know what? I'm going to make another video because I want to talk about this. If you guys believe in community harassment, okay, let me just say it in this video. It's just almost like they did something to me, like they were all making money, right? So let's say if it's community harassment, this is how I got a picture, right? Whoever did something to me, I was going to get my cards read. So that person that was reading my cards, the tarot cards, they were making money, right? And then they were scaring me so much so that I could buy stuff from their store. Get it? And then when they all make my money, get my money, or the money of the other people they're doing it to, they share the money amongst themselves. So that's a way to make money, right? So I'll mess them up. Then they'll come to you and leave a trail to your store, and then you scare them some more, and then we all make some money. That's how I saw it in my head, and I don't think it's too far from the truth. Whatever, I might be missing one little thing, but I don't think it's too far from the truth. Because after a while, like when I first went to get read, they were like 100% on point telling me what was going on in my life. You know, they hack your phone, your devices, they know who you call, they can do the spoofing, they can redirect your shit. So, no, excuse the language. And I just feel like they knew my moves. So I stopped talking my business on the phone, and I told the people who I communicated with not to say anything. Don't make any plans on the phone. Don't talk anything. And then in my house, just in case there was stuff, really microphones or whatever, listen, I would talk like this when I had something to say. It was like a test, right? Like the God was telling me, like the universe was telling me, like, do this. So I wouldn't say anything, make any plans, or talk about anything aloud, or say anything on the phone or whatever. And when I would get my cards read the last few times, they didn't know anything about me. They were like, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. And another thing, when I first went to the store, it was like $25 to get a reading. The next time I went, it went up to 30. The next time I went, it was up to 35. I was like, the less you tell me, the more you charge for me, whatever, right? But I didn't care, because I was starting to realize that money doesn't control me either. Do you see what I'm saying? None of these things control you. You're supposed to have control of it. The money comes to you. The prosperity comes to you. All this comes to you as long as you believe in it, you accept it, and you're open to it. All right? So I know I was all over the place in this video, but it's all one thing. It's all about your mindset. You have to know that you're a magician. So if you're a magician, to be able to create wonderful things in your life just by using your brain, whether you're physically working on these things, or you're manifesting them by keeping a positive and healthy mindset, or if you're thinking about destructive things, or you're thinking about destroying somebody, don't listen. That before I get off this video, if somebody's doing witchcraft, or you think somebody's doing something to you, anything negative, I'm not just going to focus on witchcraft, anything negative that somebody's talking about, listen, let them do what they do. All right? Don't fight fire with fire. I'm telling you right now, because it's beautiful the way it turns around for you. It gets 10 times, 20 times worse for them, and it gets 10 times, 20 times better for you. Because you become a better person, because now you know these people exist. You know these type of things exist. You know that when you walk in the room, it's like, I'm ready for y'all mothers. You know? Don't stay in nothing unhealthy, because that's not good for your mind. I'm telling you. Even if you're like, nah, I went through my spiritual awakening, I'm good, this and that and the other. Little by little, they start taking away from you again. And yeah. Whatever the universe is doing with me, it fits me. I like it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you got something good from it. And bye-bye.